What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's that time of the week. It's the weekly rotation, and got some new goodies to the collection. Got some stuff that I believe is going to be quite hyped. I got some new tropical stuff, some new cheapies. Just a lineup that makes me quite happy. Some mass appealing stuff. Very blue for the most part, but not all of it. A lot of summertime stuff, though. It's week number 179. Let's talk about them. Stay tuned. Starting off on Sunday as a new addition to the collection, I had a decant thanks to my friends Hillary and Yara. Ended up buying a bottle from Joe Malone's other brand called Joe Loves. This is Mango Thai Lime. I'm such a fan of this. Zesty, green, bright, super fruity mango. Beautiful atomizer too. This one makes me so happy. I went through almost the whole decant before this bottle came in. As you can see, it was running pretty short there. Super happy to have a bottle of this. Grabbed it from the Joe Loves website. Came with 2 samples that I haven't even bothered with yet. They're right here. But I gotta say, this was such a great tropical warm weather fragrance. It's not some monstrosity performer. It's just lovely. It's lovely. It's like walking through the produce section at a market. And I don't just mean like Walmart. I mean like a fresh produce section like at the farmer's market. Beautiful green mango. Like I said, it's zesty. There's a little bit of a bergamot feel to it with some juicy citrus as well. Just lovely stuff. Average performer. Nothing spectacular. Not a monster in longevity either. Just a very happy mood type of fragrance. During the day, Joe Loves Mango Thai Lime. Then when I got out the shower, I don't know what put me in the mood for it, but I used a little bit of the shower gel for this, because this was part of a gift set. And when I got out, I sprayed the fragrance. Bvlgari Blv. Been quite some time since I've wore this one. Beautiful, soft, powdery, clean linen, tobacco blossom. It's a strange kind of tobacco floral feel. A nice citrus. It's creamy and a little powdery, but soft and cooling. This is so unique. At least for me, in my collection, quite the unique fragrance. I haven't tried any of the flankers. I believe there's a Blue Note, however you say it. Never tried that flanker, but this is good. It's nice to revisit this one from time to time because this gets zero attention in the fragrance community these days. Not that I see anyways. And it warrants it. Average to above average, 6-7 hour range in longevity. Captivating, very alluring, very cozy for the warm weather. This actually, not the absolute best thing in the high heat, but it does work, and it's even better in the spring and fall. This is such a beautiful fragrance with just a different DNA. Out the shower, Bvlgari Blv. Moving into Monday, I wore this one all day long. I wore it to the gym that morning. I wore it during the day casually. I wore it out the shower. It is Tous Man Sport. The only one I've worn of the 4 that I bought. There's a concentrate, apparently, that people have been sending me links to. It's the only one I don't have on the line. And I'll get it eventually, but this is still my favorite right now. Full of aldehydes and citrus. Zesty. Has this bright, fizzy orange smell to it. I don't even remember what the citruses are, but it kind of feels like a little bit of orange in the top. Just like I said, so fizzy and bright. Full of aldehydes. This is such a mood booster in itself. Just like the last fragrance. I really, really dig this one. I don't know how many of you have tried Tous Man Sport. This is good stuff. And there's going to be, just like last time I talked about, there's going to be somebody in the comments, oh, but it's a weak performer. I don't care. I don't buy a fragrance based off of what somebody else gets in performance. I get it. If I like the smell, I'll wear it. How it performs with me, how it performs with me. And this, 4 or 5 hours, roughly. Nothing special. For some, that's abysmal. That's terrible. How dare that $25 fragrance only give me 4 hours? What were they thinking? But point being, this smells absolutely bright, fresh, daytime, casual, sporty summertime. Just like the name would indicate, the color scheme, the name Sport, it fits it. It's beautiful. I would consider this a more of a light blue fragrance because it's just so fresh, a little woodsy in its dry down. But I love this stuff all day long. Tous Man Sport. Moving into Tuesday, one that's a little polarizing. Didn't get the most love online when it came out, but I like it. Dolce Gabbana K Eau de Toilette. Yep. Big fan of this one. I used to have a 10 ml decant. Now I have this 50 ml bottle, which is plenty for me. Beautiful juniper aromatic. Gives this fruity, bright, aromatic tone. A little soapy. It's creamy and powdery. There's some freshness from this geranium. Gives a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of freshness. It's very dominant with this geranium note. Soft and powdery, woodsy musk type of fragrance. I don't understand the dislike or disdain or hate or boring tag or any of that gets. It just smells good. I do agree the eau de parfum is superior, but this is enhanced freshness versus that one. That's a little bit richer, a little bit darker, slightly heavier, whereas this one's bright and fresh. Very vibrant in the top. Great stuff. Decent performer too. Another one, 6-7 hour range in longevity. It's actually pretty good stuff. Don't believe the non-hype and try it for yourself. During the day, Dolce Gabbana K Eau de Toilette. Then when I got out the shower, it was time for a shave. I had just got a certain fragrance in. Getting to the bottom, this is like the 4th bottle I've had of this. Resell is ridiculous at this point, so I'm not going to get another one. My favorite aftershave of all time, Nivea for Men Energy. See how low that is. You want to talk about make your skin feel just refreshed, and it warms it. And it's very citrus based, but it's invigorating. Really makes your skin feel amazing after a shave. This is the 4th bottle I've had. They discontinued this several years ago, and I just pick them up on eBay. But I'm not willing to pay $50 for what used to be a $7 or $8 aftershave. I'm not willing to pay $50 for a bottle of this. Once it got in the $20 range, I said, all right, this is it for me. I'm not paying more than $20, $25, and now it's like 50 plus. I'm done. It was good while it lasted. I had 4 bottles of this. My favorite of all time. And then after the shave, like I said, I just got a fragrance in, so I started testing immediately with the new Roja Parfums Elysium Eau Intense. I just put out a comparison video between this, the Parfum Cologne, and the Parfum Pour Homme. This is the biggest departure from the other two, the previous 2 in the line. This one is much more to the niche crowd. Very sour, slightly bitter, rhubarb dominance at the top with some citrus. Black currant still kind of shines through to give a little bit of this metallic feel, but far from the metallic tone that the other 2 have. It's a little woodsy, but still very musky and leathery, mostly in its dry down. It's not as dominant with the vetiver as the other 2, and so on. Definitely check out that video if you want to hear more from me about this. But first wearing, out the shower after a shave, Elysium Eau Intense. Moving into Wednesday, I wore this one during the day. I wore this one again out the shower. I went right back to Elysium Eau Intense. Just been doing a little bit of testing. You see that juice level dropped a little bit because I did about 4 wearings plus a few test sprays in a very short amount of time. I'm so curious to see what the masses think of this, not just content creators, because this one's, like I said in the previous segment, a bit different while not getting away from the DNA. But it's not what some people are expecting when they get this fragrance, because it's the same note breakdown, but it is a completely reworked formula with the same fragrance oils, and I just love the way this was composed. This is enjoyable for different reasons. It's not just that bright, fresh, metallic crowd pleaser that has just been replicated to death. They changed the game with this one. Definitely worth getting your nose on, even if you weren't a fan of the previous 2 versions. This might be the version of Elysium for you. All day long was Roja Parfums Elysium Eau Intense. Moving into Thursday is another brand new niche release, fresh fragrance that I'm a massive fan of. It is from Micallef. This is GnTonic. Gorgeous frosted glass with this lime juice color to it. Beautiful black accents. It's a beautiful presentation. And a beautiful fresh scent. So, very lime dominant. It has the gin and tonic feel to it without any heavy juniper or tonic water notes or anything like that. Zesty, bright, crisp, and fresh. I believe there's a little bit of ginger. I think that's adding some of this crispness to it because there's a little bit of spice here as well. But it's a very mouth-watering, watery martini-like, fun cocktail fragrance. Very fun. Absolutely daytime, warm weather appropriate. But the theme for it is an evening cocktail hour type of, party time fragrance. And I think they nailed that down. It's nothing daring. It's nothing crazy. It's not super sweet. It's not designer at all to me for what the theme is. Because a designer going after this theme would make a much sweeter fragrance. Whereas this is based around a fun, fresh, zesty, boozy type of feel. Even though there's no boozy notes, it gives you that gin feel. That's the thing that impresses me the most is there's notes that created the accord without the typical notes you would see to create the accord. And it's a decent performer as well. I just did a full review on this one. Also, if you want some more detail, definitely check out my full review of Micallef GnTonic. And then we got out the shower. Yep, you guessed it. Another wearing of Elysium Eau Intense. So pretty much covered everything I wanted to say in this video with the previous segments featuring this. So I guess we'll just keep it pushing and move on to the next day. But out the shower, once again, was Roja Parfums Elysium Eau Intense. Moving into Friday, this was quite the fun day for fragrance. I haven't pulled this one off the shelf in a very long time, reminding me of how good it is and how I feel it's the best clone of Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. It's Haramain's Portfolio Series, Neroli Canvas. This stuff's beastly. It is super strong. I did 4 sprays and it was cloying and choking me out for like 4 hours. Not 4 hours, about 30 solid minutes with 4 sprays is what I meant to say. This stuff is really, really powerful. Underappreciated. Beautiful orange blossom neroli combo. Gives you that orangey, white, floral, soapy tone that the DNA is known for, just with immense power and really good quality. This does not smell cheap. Prices have climbed up over the years because I've had this one for like 3 or 4 years now. And I noticed that it's like $80 from Fragrance Buy, which still, if you look at versus Tom Ford Neroli Portofino in a 50 ml, still much cheaper, still performs way better, still smells the same. But it's not like it used to be like $60, so it has climbed a little bit, but it's still value for your money for what you're getting. This stuff's phenomenal. This is underappreciated these days. I don't really know of anybody giving it any love. I was happy to pull this one out and wear it. This was an absolute joy. My wife kept telling me how good I smelled. I agree. This smells phenomenal. If you've ever been a fan of Neroli Portofino, this is the dupe of all dupes for that fragrance with beastly power, which I know that's super important to a lot of you. So during the day, Neroli Canvas from Haramain. Then we got the shower. I wanted something a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher. So I went with Choo Man Aqua, the newest flanker in the line. You get a little bit of bright, fresh spice, very aquatic. It has the sea notes tie-in, musky and woodsy. Nothing groundbreaking here. Smells like Y mixed with Invictus Aqua, basically. Very much so. And it smells great. It's at discounters now. It's way cheaper. I paid retail for this because I was so excited to get my hands on it from Macy's. I bought this in a haul with Invictus Platinum right around the time they came out. Paid full retail for both. Don't regret it at all. I know if I'd have waited, I could have got them cheaper, especially this. I knew it would get in that $40 range. And it has. It's much more affordable. Now, it's not reinventing the wheel. If you have fragrances that kind of fall into the vein of Invictus Aqua and YSLY, there's going to be redundancy here. You might want to avoid it completely. But if you like that style and you want something that kind of blends the best of both worlds, this is a damn good take. Doesn't smell super synthetic or anything like that. It's quite enjoyable, mass appealing, compliment getting type of stuff. Average performance, nothing spectacular. Like a 6-hour fragrance on my skin. Better than I could have hoped for because I get less than that with Choo Man Ice. But this is actually pretty good stuff that might be worth adding to your collection. Out the shower, Choo Man Aqua. Finally on Saturday, oh what a day. It capped off a great week of fragrances. Great week. I enjoyed the shit out of every single day. For lack of a better term, I apologize if some of you don't like the cursing. Gotta be me though, right? During the day, this one was really, really special in my opinion. Narciso Rodriguez for him, Bleu Noir, Eau de Toilette Extreme. This, minty fresh, bright. It's got this ice accord. It really makes it super fresh. It's a little minty, clean, spiced vetiver smell. It's not super dirty, earthy. It's a little earthy, very woodsy, but it is based around the vetiver note. This is semi-classy. What do I mean by that? Great work fragrance, great mature vibe, but not so serious that I would say, 20-year-olds avoid this. No, there's going to be some young men that enjoy this fragrance. I just think it's a great business professional's daily wear. That's why I say kind of semi-classy type of feel, because there is a classiness to it without it being super serious to where it's a formal fragrance, where I would say, I'd really want to dress this one up. This one just dresses up really well, but also does totally fine with a t-shirt like I wore it today. At the recording of this, it's later in the evening on Saturday. Average performance, about 6 hours is what I got on my skin. Totally fine with that. Never loses its freshness, even though it starts to be dominated by this woody vetiver as it dries. This is a good fragrance. I picked this up for $36 from Fragrance Buy a while back. They don't have the 50 ml in stock anymore. The 100 ml is only $51 though. If you guys were interested, I'll have links to all of these down below for you to check out. But this was a great wearing experience. During the day is Narciso Rodriguez For Him Bleu Noir Eau de Toilette Extreme. And I just got out the shower, literally 30 minutes ago, and I haven't sprayed anything. I haven't, so I figured we'd do that together. And I'm going to go with what we have right here and now, and I have been head over heels in love with this lately, so I think I've been spraying on my hand every night. This is my decant of Tom Ford's Lavender Extreme. I've been very back and forth on getting a 50 ml bottle of this, and I think I'm about to pull the trigger. And I know some of you are going to say Molinard Lavande. I get it. And I've been back and forth tossing around that idea, but and then one for me to enjoy. I can taste it. It's so cloying. 4 sprays is ridiculous. Oh, that smells of lavender heaven, though. 4 sprays of this is a lot. This stuff it can be cloying. Lavender can get cloying sometimes. Quality lavender like this. Yeah, the power is here. This is gorgeous. I think this is my favorite lavender-based fragrance, lavender-dominant fragrance I've ever smelled, and I think I'm going to spend all the money that it takes to get a 50 ml of this. So that's what I'm rocking out of the shower tonight. I'll probably still smell it on me in the morning. This is 3 nights in a row that I've had this on my hand. Just been revisiting it and knocking down some of this decant. And now I have 3 sprays on. If you've never tried this, you should. If you want the budget take, which Molinard is still a niche brand with quality fragrances, you can get it $45 to $65 range, $70 range for a 75 ml of Molinard Lavande, which, from what I understand, it came out before this and is pretty much the exact same fragrance. So keep that in mind if you're interested in this. But out the shower here tonight on Saturday, my decant of Tom Ford Lavender Extreme. Well, that was this week's rotation. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. And I love hearing from you guys. What you guys wear this week? A lot of you that are regulars to this format, that's my favorite comments to read every week. This is my favorite format to go over every week. Because it's just talking to you guys about, hey, this is what I wore this past week. We're 179 weeks straight at this point. 4 years is around the corner for this. That's crazy, right? December will make 4 years straight of this, just this format, the weekly rotation. It's crazy to think. 4 years for the channel in 2 months. So it's awesome. I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride with me. Make sure to let me know down below in the comments what you wore this week, especially if we happen to wear anything the same. You don't have to be on the same day. Like, did somebody wear Tous Man Sport this week? Love to read about it. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the fragrances I wore this past week and give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later, because they sure put me in a good mood. Have a good one, guys.